Vloggy vlog time. So, two little updates. Tonight I saw the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. It was really good. It was really good. It was very enjoyable. The new actor playing Spider-Man is great. The Vulture, Michael Keaton, was really cool. Um, a lot of the movie was really good. I think the only disappointing thing is, finding out at the end that the girl who is MJ is a bit of a disappointing surprise. Like, oh, really? She's gonna be MJ? Really? Well, okay, I guess. But yeah, overall the movie was really good. It wasn't absolutely perfect, but it was really really good, really enjoyable. I'm really glad I saw it. But more importantly, apparently the animated Castlevania came out a few days ago on Netflix. And I just watched the first 4 episodes. Man, is it good. I mean, I have my doubts, as I'm sure a lot of people did. I wasn't really even sure what kind of animation this is going to be, but it's very anime. Very much. Think Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust style anime, which is really good because I think that Bloodlust was really good in terms of animation, in terms of acting, and in terms of look and style and mood. Fits it perfectly. And the first episode was really good. And then episode 2, of course, when we're introduced to Trevor. And I rather like the idea that they're basically doing, the third Castlevania game. That they're doing, Trevor Belmont. And you got Sypha, of course, Alucard. I do wonder if Grant will be in there. That would be nice. But what was kind of getting me was episode 2, when we're introduced to Trevor Belmont. He's a drunk who has seemingly given up on the world, who just doesn't care, and who immediately gets into a bar fight because people there don't like the Belmonts. And he kind of gets the shit kicked out of him, specifically his balls. But he fights back and we see him continue out, and him being, a good, upstanding man, who will fight for people that need to be defended, especially from corrupted people, specifically from the church. And I find it funny how how the church in this series is just oh so insanely barbaric, which was probably, how they were, back in those times with how backward and everything it was. But just how utterly blind and ignorant the church is, especially to such a ridiculous point where it's like you brought this evil upon yourselves and you just continue to just blame everybody else. Even so much so that when one of the lead demons who approaches the head bishop of the town and basically tells him that your God has abandoned you. He doesn't love you. Oh, but we love you, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here. Let me give you a kiss. And then, just violently kills him. Oh, it was so satisfying. And yeah, and I mean, only 4 episodes though for the first season, and I mean the episodes aren't even that long. I mean they're maybe about a half hour at most. I was kind of expecting them to be longer. I was expecting them to be about as long as say an episode of Daredevil or Luke Cage or something like that. But yeah, still though these were damn satisfying. I mean the animation is great, the fight scenes are great. The only thing that got kind of annoying at one point by episode 3 or 4 at some point is when heroes, specifically Trevor and then Sypha, there's just this continuing scene where they just continue to fall through floors at one point. And at one point I was thinking, could we stop with all of the damn falling? This is getting a little ridiculous. And, when they finally reach the bottom, they, of course, kind of act like, oh, well, that was nothing. It's like, what broke your fall? You fell on rubble. You should be dead, but whatever. And, of course, for the final episode, we are introduced fully. I mean, you kind of see him, but not really. We get Alucard, which is great, and Alucard is awesome. And, yeah, I look forward to more episodes. I mean, basically, they've set everybody up. Alucard is with Trevor and with Sypha. Yeah, they have a quick fight so that, Alucard can test his skills to see how committed he is and say, well, there was a prophecy that if I were to be a savior, that I would need a hunter and I would need a scholar. You two are here. I tested your skills and your commitment, and so now you will help me to kill my father. Because this shit has to stop, and this is the only way to stop him. And, yeah, and I mean, and of course the fact, too, that we're introduced to Dracula, in episode 1, and, and we get to see kind of his interactions with Lisa and how she kind of opens him up to it. And, yeah. This was surprisingly solid. This was just really good. And, and it's always nice to be surprised, by something like, wow, that was really, really good. I'm glad I watched it. So, hey, if you got Netflix and you're a Castlevania fan, check it out. All right. See you guys.